coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. He brings the kickoff back 85 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Play action. It's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run. It's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
They find some open field here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 9 now. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And the Broncos first down.
Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it with Williams. Fighting him off. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Raiders 6. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Kenny Young in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. A give to Williams, running right. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers the score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. Runs over it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 87 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Beck. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
At the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both large. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Broncos first down.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Raiders 13. Brandon McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Vegas. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Looking for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Wilson.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Pushes him over, and he's going to get this inside the 30. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On the ground, this is Williams. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 153 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Raiders 21. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Let's go. 70, Timber, bring it. 56. Night, sweetheart. 56 of Mike.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Let's go, Mike.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And running with power here. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, 91 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And that is where Darren Waller really excels. He led all NFL tight ends in yards after the catch in 2020. Another nice effort here. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Fuck yeah, man. I'm so mad I let that happen. I couldn't get on my safety.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Williams is going to have the 1st down and a little more. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, 42 yards. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And oh, it coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. Now this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point from McManus.
Fucking D-Block!
His guys a 12-point advantage.
Raiders 29. Brandon McManus.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Looking to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Finding Pittman and some room to work. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. Room here to run. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chris Carson, 76 yards. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Raiders 29.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Keeps himself upright. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of